we're back with another episode of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. It's Lakers pregame, everyone. NBA Cup time, semifinal matchup here in Vegas with the Lakers and the New Orleans Pelicans. It's Gerald Glassford coming right back at you here from Lakers Fast Break, Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcast, plus also as well, Inside Sports, Fantasy Football. The Magic Man, Sean Grice, and Joe Sorrell stopped by to go ahead and talk about NFL Week 14, Justin Jefferson's return, and more. So go ahead and hear what they have to say on Inside Sports, Fantasy Football. Plus also as well, go ahead and check out what they're doing today at Lakerholics.com. Go ahead and check out what the guys are up to with Laker Tom, the number one Lakers blogger that's out there, and Jamie Sweet with those 5 things articles. Go ahead and check out what they're doing today at Lakerholics.com. Plus also as well, go ahead and check out everything that's going on with Lakers in 5, the Larry Lakers Dribbling Chit Chat, Lakers Corner, also as well the John McCalian channel and Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Go ahead and check out all those great channels, including Empire Jeff TV, by subscribing. And speaking of subscribing, please subscribe today. Hit the little Joe on the side of me right here with the beady eyes. Go ahead and click on it today to get the latest notifications on when we go live on the air with the latest Lakers Fast Break podcast. Hello, cool bro. Top of the morning to you, or top of the evening to you, I should say, here in the middle of Las Vegas. We're excited and pumped because it is NBA Cup. The semifinals for the Eastern Conference have taken place with the Indiana Pacers surprising and outgunning the Milwaukee Bucks in a very, very interesting contest. Tyrese Halliburton had a chance finally to be in the spotlight, and he performed admirably as he took over in the final moments, hitting a clutch 3 that just sent the game pretty much, a done deal as the Indiana Pacers move on into the NBA Cup final, something that they were very amped. It was actually a really competitive game going back and forth. Indiana was up by 10 in the first half, actually up by 12. Milwaukee came back, got Damian Lillard got really hot, and then Dame Lillard just really started to go off, and then of course it was nip and tuck in the fourth quarter. Yeah, really just enjoyable to watch. Yeah, Mythosaurus do walk among us. There you go, my friend. Truly appreciate you being here, cool bro. Juan, great to have you here. Dante, Adam Hurley, truly appreciate everyone else being here. Don't forget, right below, playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. I've already started the stream. It's already up and running. So go ahead and join us there when the game starts. You'll get to have a lot of fun with us, myself, Magic Man Sean Grice, Joe Sorrell, Laker Nick. Hopefully Stone Hansen will stop by. Maybe even Empire Jeff. Who knows? Henry from Courtside Lakers. Who knows who will stop by on playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. It's the Lakers Fast Break uncut right there for you on playback. Definitely looking forward to tonight's game. I wanted to go ahead and get some news and notes and give you an update what's going on with the NBA Cup if you missed it, because I know it was a very early game with a 2 p.m. Pacific start time. Yes, the Indiana Pacers, they do move on and advance to the NBA Cup final. It's up to the Lakers to get it done tonight so they can hopefully, if all goes well, join them in the NBA Cup final. Again, a great performance tonight from Tyrese Halliburton. And here today to discuss, oh my dear Lord.
Good man indeed. This hat.
Did he have to send it to you with the Lakers Fast Break stuff?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what I thought he would. Yeah, that's a typical Joe move. It is Magic Man Sean Grice, the man band from Toronto. He did get out of Toronto.
In defense of him, Gerald, he did say that he couldn't find a Sinblade shirt in 2XL for the longest time, which is what I require.
Okay.
So I guess it conveniently happened that way.
All right,
so he says.
This comes from a guy who's 6'3", 240 himself. So, it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Um, Magic Mad has not been able to research into Mythosaurus Cool Bro. He We're busy, and I know he's busy doing all the analysis that he can for tonight's game against the New Orleans Pelicans. So I do apologize for that, Cool Bro. It's working hard on the Lakers takes up a lot of our time. Plus, he's got a lot of other things on the plate. But Magic Man tonight, it is, of course, the NBA Cup semifinals, a very important matchup, I guess, as far as the spotlight is concerned. The NBA is really hoping for a Lakers win to get one really familiar team of the public out there to truly buy in on this. Let's just not beat around the bush. It's great for a story for New Orleans, but the NBA is probably pushing for LeBron and company to get the win tonight. So we'll get to the NBA Cup as a familiar face against a rising star in Tyrese Halliburton.
Absolutely, Gerald. It was an exciting game, and you and me both agree, and I'm pretty sure if there were any doubters after today, there aren't anymore, that the Pacers are the most exciting team in the NBA. From that little Rip City that comes the most exciting team in the NBA. You can't take your eyes off them or you miss something. Just a great performance by Halliburton, Gerald. Pacers have a really nice young team, and in a tournament like this, that's really all it can take. If you've got, I think they have 10 players who are making 3 million or less, Gerald. So a lot of those guys really want that 500K. But you're right. In order for, I think, for this in-season tournament to be a success, you have to have a big market versus a small market. It seemed like that would be the balance that the NBA would need here. And I guess they really wanted a Bucks or a Lakers or a Lakers or the Celtics finals, Gerald, but they're
They
gonna have
wanted the Bucks and the Lakers. Let's
they
just not
wanted the
beat around the
Bucks and the
bush.
Lakers. They definitely did.
I will
Um,
say though that it is something that they do want now. They may not get it, but I'm
no,
hoping that the
because
Lakers.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
because
are.
let's not push over the New Orleans Pelicans, my friend. Tell us why that you shouldn't think the New Orleans Pelicans are a pushover at all right now.
Yeah, Gerald, as much as we talk about the Lakers and our ISO issues, at times the Pelicans can become an ISO-centric offense as well. I realize Joe's and others' hesitancy about Brandon Ingram, but at this point in time, Gerald, Brandon Ingram is rounded into a great number two. I think he could. I think he could morph into any number two on an NBA team and help them win a title. Now, on this particular New Orleans team, I don't see them as contenders. Aside from that, though, they rely on him a lot. I mean, Zion is also ISO prone, but the fact is that Brandon Ingram gets better shots in his ISO situations than Zion does. Zion is more, we talked about it, Gerald. If he has Larry Nance on the floor, or now he loves Marshall. If he can run high pick and rolls with them or Jonas Valanciunas, that's usually Zion's game right now. I mean, again, he can get on a heater and hit the three, but for the most part, they've got enough shooters between Jordan Hawkins, Trey Murphy the third, Alvarado, Marshall, you name it. They've got enough 3-point shooters that they don't really need to rely on Zion's jump shot. So they're very, very reliant on those two players. Now, not to put to rest the idea that CJ McCollum isn't their third most important player, because he is.
Yeah,
The offense is very, very balanced when he's out there. Not so much because he's a true facilitator, as we know, Gerald, more of a combo guard. It's just that he's the adult on the floor.
yeah.
And that's what that team needs. They need someone who can organize them and get them in their proper sets and can audible out if he sees matchups that are preferential on the floor. So those are the three guys that they really rely on. Defensively, Gerald, hard-nosed team. I mean, it may not look it because it's up and down, but between Herb Jones, Alvarado, Marshall, they play in your face physical defense. not all that different from their head coach and the way he played defense, Gerald, and Willie Green. So, I mean, the Lakers are really going to have to move the ball tonight. I don't want to see a lot of isocentric offense because between Herb Jones and Alvarado, they can really mess up your offense.
While Zion will be a beast on the offense, his defense has been in question several times this season. And part of the reason why they've been kind of up and down, just like the Lakers season so far. And if the Lakers can go ahead and target him or hunt him out on a switch, I really think that might be something that they can go ahead and do, or get Valanciunas out to the top of the key. Yes, we would love to see him on the Lakers, but if he's not. So utilize that to your advantage as far as try to bring him out onto at least the free throw line or at the top of the key. Because if you can drive around him and get some layups.
Yes, Gerald, absolutely. Now, what AD are we going to see tonight? Are we going to see the AD that was very willing to be physical and in the dirt with, say, a Jarrett Allen against Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
Or potentially is this another Sabonis matchup where the physicality really bothers AD and he kind of becomes a little more passive on offense? My guess is, Gerald, I would really love to see AD get a couple of early mid-range jumpers, and if those go down, I really think that's when you can really try and expose Valanciunas down low because, as you said, Gerald, he's not on the Lakers, but very you can expose some of those flaws in the half court, as Gerald was saying, by bringing him up because he's not good at diving, and he's definitely not good at hedging or recovering. Um, in the box he is, but not out on the perimeter, as
No.
Gerald was saying. So if you can get both of those guys potentially out there on the floor, as Gerald said, Zion and Valanciunas are a bit of a catch 22 on the defensive end.
Once again, it is the Lakers fast break. It's Lakers preview as the Lakers face off against the New Orleans Pelicans. They're going to be playing here in just a few minutes.
That's right, Gerald. We got our way.
Yes.
Dante is bringing it up in the comments. Thanks, Dante. I'm sure Gerald was gonna bring it up, but we finally got our black uniforms, which
Yes,
is
they
only right.
moaned and groaned to the league, uh, and moaned and groaned to the league. I guess, to use my language, bitched and moaned to the league, and they got their way. I have a feeling that LeBron would try to pull his weight around, and it looks like they got it done. So they will be playing the specific jerseys. My God, man, that court earlier today, that red blue court is absolutely god awful to look at.
It's bad,
But
man. No, Gerald, but physically my eyes were hurting after about the first
well,
12
I'm
minutes.
watching it on the TV. It's not 4K, so it's not really that bad. It's like watching all like 1970s television sometimes, with the kind of fuzz that's out there. So it's only a 1080, not a 4K. So it doesn't hurt me as much. But when I do go to the 4K in the front room, yeah, my retinas, they get burnt. Yeah, absolutely. It's like looking at the sun sometimes with those courts looking like it was made by highlighter. But I will say this though, my friend, you love that joke. I'm going to keep feeding you that joke as long as I can. But they do get to go ahead and have the black jerseys. It's superstition. Let's just say when they tell you athletes are not superstitious, check in for tonight because that's why they're doing it, Magic Man.
Absolutely, Gerald. That's all it is. It's superstition. Um, that quote from I love that line from Ace Ventura, Gerald. I've got a lineman who wears his socks backwards and hasn't washed them since high school.
Okay.
And I got a, I think he said I got a linebacker who won't watch his jock strap because he thinks flies are lucky. So you're
Yes.
right. It's, it's
Or
just,
people cross the same lines, or it's yeah,
mhm.
baseball. They have their quirky things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hockey
really.
too. They
Yeah.
got their little quirks. Yeah.
Yes, and all the rally caps and all that. Yeah. Well, let's just hope it pays off tonight with a win and a victory. But the thing that we have to go ahead and do is if we play defense the way we did in that first quarter, they are in New Orleans susceptible to turnovers. Yes, they do
Mhm.
have shooters and defenders on that team. They do have Zion, they do have Brandon Ingram, and they do have CJ McCollum. But one of the things that they're susceptible to is a high amount of turnovers. And if the Lakers can go ahead and just defend in that first quarter like the way they did against the Suns, man, I'm telling you, they've got a real good chance of winning tonight.
100%, Gerald. Maybe from a different angle on the court or a different um, segment, but I'd swarm Zion exactly as Rui and AD swarmed KD. If you can do the same thing to KD, you can do the same thing to Zion. Zion can be a little uncomfortable with point of attack, and especially if you're in his space, as Gerald mentioned, he's prone to turnovers.
Yes.
Definitely. He kind of shows the ball a little too much, especially if he's looking to drive right. So I mean this is all in a scouting report. So I'm sure the Lakers are up on that, Gerald, because you turn the Phoenix Suns over so many times. You can do the same thing to the New Orleans Pelicans, no doubt.
No doubt, no doubt. I understand CJ is a good ball handler and Alvarado as well, but they can be pressured into causing turnovers. I think for this team, especially. I mean, there's a reason why they are where they are. Part of it is injuries, but part of it is inconsistencies in their offense and defense. Their season, in many ways, Magic Man mirrors what the Los Angeles Lakers has been for this season.
Very, very up and down, Gerald. Peaks and valleys throughout the first 20, 23, 24 games here. 100%. Um, they haven't really found a spark yet, and to roll off like 6 or 7 in a row. A little befuddling. At the same time, their defense is just really susceptible. Susceptible.
Mhm.
Um, you love Ingram as an offensive player, not so much on his defense. And as Gerald was saying, you loved Zion on his offense, defense questionable at best.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum, his calling card was never defense, Gerald. And so they're relying on two undrafted guys to really pick up their defense, Gerald, and Jose Alvarado and Najee Marshall. And good for both of those guys they have, but I'm with you. I think we've got the athletes to keep them in check, and we've also got the IQ to put them away, especially if they're making mistakes with turnovers and not finishing in the half court. Because I mean, their half court offense is mid, just like ours. So if the Lakers can limit turnovers, not allow the Pelicans to get off their shots in transition, and please somebody needs to be a robber on Trey Murphy the third at all times when he's out there. He cannot be left open, Gerald, because he is on fire when he look gets one or two in. Not only streaky, uh, damn right, an inferno. Like if he sees one or two go in, you can bet 3 or 4 will be coming down the pike. He's just one of those guys. It's he's got an uncanny ability to lift a whole team up.
Once again, it is the Lakers fast break. It is the Lakers and the Pelicans. They will be live tonight at 6 p.m. Hopefully, you get a chance to join us. Playback.tv/Lakers fast break. Let's get the biggest crowd we've ever gotten on playback tonight. Please go ahead and join us for all the fun. Magic Man and we're going to be there. I'm going to be there for most of the game. I'm going to be going back and forth because I do have to cover the game awards for the Pop Culture Cosmos. But the post game is going to be hosted by this man right here. This man right here is going to be hosting it along with Joe Soro. Hopefully, we can get other guys on the air. Hopefully, we can go ahead and do that for the best post game that you can find right there at the Lakers Fast Break. I will try to sneak in at the end just to let you know, because I'm going to be simultaneously recording the Pop Culture Cosmos, our live reactions to the Game Awards. But as soon as I get off there, if you guys are still on, I will hop over for the post game as well, my friend, just to give you a heads
All
up.
right, Gerald.
And the way Joe talks, that might be a good possibility of that
I
happening.
think I
Yeah.
I think so. With as long-winded. That's
Yes.
that's the nice phrase.
Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It is, of course, the Magic Man, Sean Grice, and me, Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Go ahead and make sure you subscribe to our friends, including Lakers in 5, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, Empire Jeff TV, who's in the chat right now. Give him some love as well. I was on the Lakers Corner a couple days ago, and people are responding and checking out that. I truly appreciate Blue Magic and Lakers in 5, and everybody else that checked out that latest video with me in the Lakers corner, and also the Larry Lakers dribbling chit chat. Really good and really cool to see all these smaller channels from the Lakers reaching out to us. It's almost like we're a big important channel there, Magic Man. What's up with that?
Come a long way, Gerald. Come a long way, and we're happy
Yes,
to
we
help
have.
out. We're happy to help out as always.
Watch
Um,
out, Lakers Nation.
that's right. We're coming. We're coming.
Yes.
No,
Definitely got some
it's
great
been
channels
great.
out
It's
there.
been great. It's been great, Gerald. It's fantastic. I think this is just kind of the seeds of a huge community that's just building
Doobies.
building.
He's on the East Coast, Doobie. I know people have got work, but I don't control the time of the games. But we got to go on the post games right after the game is over. So, Magic Man,
Yeah, I live on the East Coast, Doobie. I do this.
yeah,
I do this, and I
yeah,
do have work.
yep. That's why Magic Man is the man among all men out there. We just truly big props to him. You as well, Doobie. Anybody else who stays up late with us right here at the Lakers Fast Break for our post games. But they're our biggest shows. They're the ones that the most people most want to see. They always, it's always so funny because you did get finally of late, my friend, one of our biggest volume shows on a win. They usually only happen for losses because they want to hear Joe rants, but I'm glad that people want to go ahead and check out the victory. Hopefully, they will do tonight as well. Once again, the Lakers fast break.
Yeah, I mean, hear us opine on us winning once in a while, ladies and gentlemen, instead of just losing. I know we're a big community, and everybody comes here to vent, and by all means, we welcome it. I mean, because we're just as harsh as on the team as you guys are. So, I mean, that's why this is working so well.
Well, we love interacting with everyone in the Lakers community. We absolutely love it. Although sometimes Joe doesn't love it when, I would, if I were to reach out to Mike Trudell or some bigwig like that he actually talks smack to. But we like all the Laker channels that reach out to us and we reach out to them. So I remember when I was going ahead and doing that same thing. And reaching out to any Lakers channel that's out there to try and get them on the show. So I truly appreciate everyone out there that wants to go ahead and interact with us, the Lakers Fast Break. Whether you got your own channel, whether you just want to watch, it is, of course, the Lakers Fast Break. And tonight, again, with a few minutes left before game time, what are the keys to victory for you tonight in the game against the Pelicans, Magic Man?
Yeah, Gerald. Limit limit the Pelicans' opportunities in transition, especially from three. And number two, limit your turnovers. I mean, if we can limit the turnovers and prevent them from getting out in transition, which is where they really love to eat, I think that will bode well because I think if you can kind of slow the game a little and slush it up, New Orleans really doesn't play that game. I mean, they can go to Ingram at times to bail them out in the half court for the most part. If you can swarm them or play really aggressive defense without fouling, then they wilt. They wilt in the half court.
It's so funny because I've got the game awards on the other tab on my computer here. And when they go, they're obviously showing the awards. It's obviously one thing, but everybody's there for the world premieres of the whatever games that are being announced during the course of the award show and all that. So when they go to a commercial, they go to game videos from games that are coming that has already been announced. So when you get out of watching a world premiere trailer, guess what you get to see during the commercials? Another
Another
world premiere
premiere
trailer.
trailer.
Yeah, it's so funny the way that works out. But it's for a game that's already been announced that may be coming out here in a month or two or whatnot. So yeah, it's kind of funny indeed. But once again, it is of course the Magic Man Sean Grice along with
Oh,
me,
and
Jared
and
Glass.
Gerald, yeah,
Yes.
the third important key: you can't leave AD and LeBron on the bench at the same time if both Zion and Brandon Ingram are out there.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what, Darvin Ham, it's so funny because Doobie says, I hate Darvin Ham in wins and losses. It's just absolutely, that's the classic
He's
line.
consistent. He's consistent. Doobie is consistent.
Magic Man sent me a little video earlier today that was really fitting of what this team is all about. With what was it? The play that they were going up. It's just after a made basket. They're dribbling the ball at the court. AD is
Yeah,
running alongside LeBron, and Ham is trying to call a play, and they're both waving him off, saying, "We got this. We're going to run
yeah,
our own play instead."
yeah. You could see LeBron wave him off, and then you see AD mouth flip. We got this, little bro.
I hopefully they do. Maybe they should try more pick and rolls. That would put Darvin Ham's mind at ease.
Please, because if
Yes,
you could get Zion in foul trouble, that would go a long way to helping
yes.
you become victorious tonight.
And slowing down Brandon Ingram, because Brandon Ingram has these 25, 30-point games every now and then. And those are killers or backbreakers to us or any other team that he faces. So hopefully you can get them on an off day shooting. Hopefully the Technicolor court will disturb their
Oh my
shooting.
God.
I know the comment was made earlier, and it was a good comment about how the Lakers cannot get lucky enough to shoot 37% from the field again and get away with a victory. I agree with that. They have to shoot a little bit more efficiently today from both behind the line and also just get a lot more turnovers, force a lot more fast breaks, get a lot more easy baskets, and get to the free throw line. That's the recipe for success, my friend.
100% drilled. Anything extra is gravy. What again, as Gerald and the our esteemed audience has pointed out, you cannot expect that kind of uh, replication of the amount of offensive rebounds and the amount of turnovers and the extra possessions that you were able to get allowed you to withstand a bad shooting night. Can't expect that to happen again. So you have to play sound defensively, fundamentally, hit the boards. And Gerald, please, 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 let's see if Darvin Ham will play Jared Vanderbilt longer than 15 minutes.
We'll see what happens. Although this is not a great match, unless you want to put him on Ingram. If you put him on Ingram, that's one thing. But
Hmm.
Trey
We could see that
Murphy,
he was on him last year.
yeah, as long as that's fine. But if putting him on Trey Murphy is not as really, because Trey Murphy is more of a spot up shooter that really doesn't help you a whole lot. Or
No,
if you put him on Herbert Jones, Herb Jones, that's not really going to help you a whole lot. You have to use Vando when he's out there against either McCollum or Ingram. Those are the places I would start with him. Utilize Rui more with a matchup with Zion. Try to, even if it's just getting him out there for 5 fouls and sacrificing him there, you're just going to have to do it. At this point, Cam Reddish, you're going to have to utilize his height against CJ McCollum. I think that would be outstanding as far as for the Lakers if they can go ahead and utilize that and he can stay right on him. So there are matchups that the Lakers can match up against. They just got to make sure that they don't get too hot from the outside for the Pelicans.
no, absolutely not, Gerald. And they have a tendency to go five out with a couple of different looks. Sometimes Zion's at the five. Sometimes at times, when he's not injured, Larry Nance is at the five. Sometimes they play JV at the five. So Willie Green tries to play this, versatile offensively while trying to cover up other flaws defensively. With Herb Jones and Marshall Alvarado on the perimeter there. So it's definitely going to be a matchup game. Like Willie Green is going to play matchup basketball tonight, Gerald. We'll see if Darvin Ham adjusts.
We will see indeed. We'll see if he doesn't, utilizes all his timeouts, utilizes the challenges properly. We'll see if he can go ahead and provide a good coaching game for the Lakers. I know that, as Doobie says, he hates them regardless, win or lose. We'll see what happens indeed. But it is the Lakers and Pelicans coming up here in just a couple of minutes. We're going live. Please join us. Playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. It's right there for you. Magic Man, any quick thoughts before we head on out?
Gerald, let's hope for a Lakers victory. I don't entail a bad game from a shooting performance as we saw Phoenix, play sound defensively, and let's get AD involved early from the mid range. And I think if he hits a couple of those, I have a good feeling that that's a fortuitous sign that the Lakers will become victorious tonight.
Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. Please join us here tonight in just a couple of minutes on Playback, playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. I know they're still at the TNT booth. It's so funny because earlier today they did the ESPN booth in the middle of the afternoon and nobody was there. Well, it's nighttime. Vegas is now rocking. Everybody is now in the middle of the T-Mobile Arena right there, and hopefully you will enjoy the game. Hopefully the Lakers will win the game tonight, and of course, win or lose, Magic Man and Joe Soro, and hopefully me on the back end will be able to go ahead and just cover a Lakers victory. But win or lose, we'll be back because we've got the best post game for the Lakers that's out there and the best chat room that's out there right here at the Lakers Fast Break. So for Magic Man Sean Grice, it's me, Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much for watching and listening. We'll be back here later on tonight for the post game. But right now, we're heading over to playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us. And most importantly, go Lakers.